Yeah! I'm ready.
Yeah, that's gonna stay in. That's gonna be the intro.
Oh no.
So BuenaVista has decided that for everyone that's interested in doing IT as a career or as a hobby, we wanted to kind of highlight some important people who have made it in their career field, IT in this case, the only case ever. And we're going to talk to a very special guest here about how he got into it, what he specializes in, what he's done, who his mother is, what's her maiden name, what his credit card number is, and pretty much he's going to answer whatever we want to know. So enough of that. Let's start. Who is you? Where are you from?
Hello, my name's Thad Pearson. I'm originally from Hamlet, North Carolina, but nobody knows where that is, so I just tell everybody I'm from Rockingham.
Want to elaborate, or how did we meet?
Well, you and I, we met while working with a project with the Defense Health Administration, and I taught you everything you know up to this point.
What's going on that screen over there? It's
No, just that portion.
It's yeah, you taught me everything I know, and that's not a lot. I don't know so much.
No, well, that's unfortunate.
But
Are you still thirsty?
I am so thirsty, boy.
I brewed this up right before you came over. It's yours.
It's a good brew.
It's amazing. Start 2 off every day before my my shift.
It's bitter.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
All right. So then the second question is, have you worked for a secret agency or any government agency? Have you worked for any?
Currently, I do systems administration for the State Department, and as I mentioned before, you and I have done work together with the Defense Health Agency. But as far as like a secret, I can't say I've worked for no such agency.
I get it. You can't say. You can't say. I get it.
I can't because I never have.
Oh yeah, you never have.
Never.
So you're boring.
I mean, I do have a. What do I have?
Anyways, the third question: how did you start in IT?
I got my start by enlisting in the United States Navy. Eventually, I worked my way up from Tier 1 Help Desk all the way to Systems Administration. And the funny thing about that is I had wanted to work with IT my entire life. Well, since I was 7 at least, I wanted to start by doing video games. And when I went to college, I pretty much failed out of all of my math courses and decided that I wanted to be a history teacher instead. But who's going to hire somebody with a history degree, am I right?
Don't be discouraged.
Yeah, so after slinking furniture in the Southeast for about a year, I decided that maybe I should just go ahead and join the military, get a clearance, and search from the government. And that's pretty much it.
So you're saying that the secret, or at least a quick way to start in IT, is to enlist in the government, in the military, or something like that, something that can get you a clearance, and then just get all the free training from them?
That's honestly probably the quickest way. I don't know if it's easy, though, because...
I guess it depends on how you define easy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can't say that I fully enjoyed my experience in the military.
So you're a veteran?
I am.
What branch?
Navy.
Did you iron your cape every day?
They came pre-ironed, actually.
Okay, alright, that was pretty funny. I'll give you that one. Alright, fine. Then if you were a Navy guy, what branch would you recommend for someone who wanted to start in IT and take that easy way like you mentioned? Or the quick way? What branch would you recommend?
Air Force.
Why?
I mean, you could stay at the same place for almost 20 years if you wanted to. Plus, they only deploy their officers.
Because I don't know how accurate most of this information is. So, but you know what they say? They say the four. There's only 2 real branches in the military. You've got the Army, the Navy, and And then you've got the corporation, which is the Air Force, and the cult, which is the Marine Corps. You've heard that, right?
Well, the Marine Corps are just soldiers under the Navy.
Right.
If we're going to be honest with each other.
Yeah.
They know who their daddy is.
Well, if there are any Marines watching, I'll let you message Thad. His email is thad@gmail.com. That's gonna. This whole thing is gonna. When I started saying email, and I'm gonna just talking, and the whole thing is gonna be. So, anyways, all right. Well, then, question number 5. What was your most commendable act in the Navy? Of course.
My most commendable act in the Navy.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me retract. Did you go to church when you were little?
All the time.
What was your most commendable act at church?
I don't want to answer that.
Okay, then what was your most commendable act in the Navy?
Let me think about that. I think the most commendable thing I've ever done was throw up on a tree outside a World of Beer on my 27th birthday party.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you like that?
Pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Most people get awards and medals for that.
I got those too, but
Yeah, you did? All right, then my 6th question is, what was the what was the fiercest combat situation you've experienced?
this one time it got to like 120 degrees outside in Augusta, Georgia. That was pretty rough.
You know, I was in Augusta, Georgia. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and it's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But those winters are pretty cold too there.
Hey, it snowed twice.
It's crazy, right?
It snowed twice. The
In
first time it
Georgia?
snowed, it was for 5 minutes, and then the second time it snowed all day. But right before.
For folks that want to get into IT after they've already gotten their foot in the door, what are 2 recommendations that you can make to further their career, to get better at it, maybe to explore different branches within IT? Give me 2 recommendations if you can.
As much as I hate to say this because I hate the industry behind it, but getting certifications is always like a big thing. Especially this is even if you're not in IT or if you're in IT and you don't like the particular field that you're in. Hypothetically, you're just fresh out of college and you got your degree. That's fine and everything. So do like 20,000 other people in the country probably.
Right.
So you're competing with all of them to get this like $19 an hour tier 1 help desk job that you, let's face it, for anyone that's worked help desk knows that that's a soul draining position. Having a cert up under you could potentially get you away from that tier 1 position. Maybe. That's unlikely, but it's possible. Or it can put you there for just a small amount of time just to get that experience under your belt so you can move on to other spots. Or if you've been in IT for maybe a couple of years and you're sitting at that tier 1 position and you're not happy, you could potentially go out and get another certification in a field that you think would be better for you, and that can really solidify you making a lateral movement or just go to another company, lateral entry. And more money, more certs, more money. I mean, that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would probably recommend is finding a way to get a security clearance to just go straight to government work. The money's better there. The contracts are plentiful. Your results may vary depending on your city, but I know in every city I've been in, contracts are just everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the best 2 options for you to do for somebody new to the field or like a fledgling within the field itself.
Yeah. Well, not to put any particular certification on the map, or we're not sponsored by anyone, but the government requires a security security clearance and a security plus at the minimum to work for them. So if you are interested in furthering your career, like Thad said, then a security plus is a must. That's CompTIA Security Plus. If you've taken the Net Plus and the A Plus, it should be a breeze. If you already know a thing or two about computers and you've been studying IT a little bit on your own, then it shouldn't be too hard. But if you're brand new and you're getting into it, you got some studying to do.
False. I was in IT for 2 years, and it took me 6 months to get my Security Plus certificate. And let me go ahead and tell you, my child did not know who I was for those 6 months.
Same. It's tough, but like Thad said, it's if you want to move around and you want to change up in the industry and get into something. I mean, I started off as a network guy, and then I worked a little bit with Citrix and took a Citrix course, and then I just became a virtualization person. And I haven't worked with networks, and I mean, I work with networks every day, but not to the extent that I used to.
I will caveat off of all of that. The one thing you need to be careful of is not getting forced into a position you don't want to be in as an IT. It's very easy if you're with a company, a contract, or even in the military. Military, you don't have much say, but let's say that you want to be an analyst of some sort. It's not uncommon for needs to push you into a spot that you don't necessarily want to be in. So one thing that I would recommend in those sorts of cases is always keep your resume updated, always keep your certs updated. And that's just to kind of keep you away from getting into a network position or an admin position if you want to specialize into something else. It's rough out here for a pimp.
Okay, my ninth question. We already kind of answered this, but I kind of wanted to add in some more, and maybe you can agree or disagree or whatever it is that Thad does. What would be the steps for someone that wants to work for the government? We just answered that. But because we did, maybe we could touch a little bit on the clearances that you might need and how to maintain those.
So there's more levels than what a lot of people would think. Once you get into government work or in the military, you'll hear mostly about secret security clearance and a top secret security clearance. And each of those have their own little facets to them.
A Bible you got to fill out to apply for them.
We have to fill out to apply for them. Word on the street is like someone in the government has to sponsor you, and no, I'm not going to sponsor anyone, but you have so much more than that as well. You've got public trust.
Yeah.
You've got once you get to your
TSSCI,
then you've got your TS with just a polygraph behind it.
Yankee Whites and all that.
Yeah, what?
That's a thing. That's a thing. You fact check me. I think that's a thing. Pretty sure it is.
A Yankee White?
Yeah, Yankee Whites.
Aren't they all?
Yeah. All right, Dad. I would say if you're looking to maintain your clearance, though, they're going to do drug tests. They're going to do polygraphs, like you said, depending obviously on the level that you have. But
what?
Just don't lie. Just don't lie. If you're trying to maintain it, when you go to renew it, just don't lie.
So with mine, with my polygraph, I don't have the SCI one. So they ask the same questions they ask pretty much everybody: is do you know terrorists? Are you affiliated with a terrorist? They're going to make you tell a lie outright, so they can measure your heart rate, and then they're going to make you tell the truth, and they'll compare the two, and then they'll go on. And honestly, you can be like me and botch the whole thing just about, and they'll just start over until, I don't know if I should say that.
I mean, we'll cut it. We can bleep this too. I don't care. We can redact the whole thing. We can redact the whole thing.
Yeah.
Question number 10. What is something that people can prepare for as an IT? So to elaborate is when they finally get there, what can they expect from their career?
I don't remember. Hold on. I didn't write it down.
I didn't know you wrote things down.
I wanted to be prepared.
That I thought this was wholesome and on the spot and I guess you're just lying to the people. Thad? How can someone prepare to be in IT? Or when they're already there, how can they prepare? For what's to come,
Well, the best thing I would say is get ready to have an unrealistic sleep schedule, especially in some of the more high mobility positions. You've got your on-call, second shift, third shift.
Yep.
I remember my whole life fell apart when I was on third shift, and my ceiling actually right there fell apart while I was on third shift. You tack that on with 4 hours of sleep, that'll break any man.
Yeah, I mean, people think that IT can be a cozy job, but I mean, if we're being honest, it's everything from wiring to, like irregular sleep schedules to, if something happens and you're on holiday, you got to log in and you got to fix the problem. You know, if they call you, you got to do it.
Unless you got a great company, no breaks. Another big thing is prepare for other ITs, because my gosh, like I heard a realtor once tell me that his least favorite people were engineers and ITs, because we are all our personalities are severely lacking, and we all think we're better than the rest of the world.
Yeah, ITs tend to have a bit of a god complex, and that's, you know, but that's pretty much anyone in the computer information sector, and you know. So then, final thoughts.
Did you know that you could take a and take a and put a straight into what calls the press, and when that happens, it actually produces a different, intensifies in so much of a way that it is, and I think that is the most important information I can give to anybody aspiring to be in this position. A little bit of nugget of wisdom I don't share with a whole lot of people.
Well, that's invaluable information, Thad, and I really do feel honored that you would tell me, and tell the folks that are watching BuenaVista. With that being said, guys, this is our first IT professional that we're interviewing, and there are more to come. You know, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, if you want to start working in IT, this is a place that you can get some good information. We're going to keep meeting people like Thad. Look at that face. Look at it.